Hey, so I'm getting ready for our Death Valley trip. I'm trying to put together a kitchen.
Hey, what is that? Oh, it's the GoPro.
I realized, realistically, at 10 miles a gallon, this bus, it's not really something I can use the way I want to use. It'll be too expensive, so doing a little tuning of my carburetors right now. I changed my distributor cap, my spark plugs, my rotor, so I just went for a nice long test drive and some things seemed different, so we'll see what the spark plugs tell me. Looks pretty brown. Looks like it's starting to be brown. Ow! Oh my god, it's really hot. It's about the same. Looks like I probably got the blinker fixed. It's been broken since I first got the bus. It's raining, and that's a good thing because if we go to Death Valley and it has recently rained, the lake might be full. It's funny, but I'll take it. I like it. Blinks faster without the headlights. Don't care, it blinks. It's good enough. Putting in my tachometer. So right now I gotta find a passage through the floor. Got shit in my eyes. They say when you get shit in your eyes, you're doing something right. Oh, jeez. I'm just getting the fuse box put back in. I tapped into one of these fuses here. Oops. We'll see officially right now for the first time if the tachometer works. Oh, it looks like it's working. Oh yeah. Oh nice, it works great. Wow. Almost ready for this trip, man. This is what our house has been looking like since last night. Getting really excited. This is how I wore yours this morning when I went biking. By the way, yours is stinky.
Really?
Yeah.
Should I just wash it right now?
I put it on my head like this. And then I just let
No,
it.
you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did not.
I just left it like that. Then I put my helmet on. I already set one up over here. Are these used or no?
No.
Probably just on there. Uh-huh. We'll each take our first seat at the same time.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, here you go.
I was like a piece of dog poop just got left out in the sun.
Tell the people how you're feeling.
I feel like a piece of dog poop.
Why?
Because I woke up at 12:30 and I haven't been to sleep since.
Poor baby. You ready to go? All right, that's it. We're going. I can't believe it. Something's already wrong with the bus. This bus has done so good for us all around town for so long, and now all of a sudden it's got no freaking power. It sounds normal.
We're not overheating, are we?
I don't know. Did you stress poop again already?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
got out real quick and looked at it. It just seems like the coil wire got a little bit loose, and I was sort of suspicious about it in the first place. It seemed like it was a little too short, and it didn't seem like it had connected all the way. So I replaced the coil wire, and right now it's smooth sailing for now.
Hello.
Hi guys. You know, I've really dreamed about doing a trip like this since I was about 15. Always wanted to do a badass road trip in a badass bus. And this is exactly my opportunity to do it. So starting off with breaking down reminded me of how things were with my first bus and how much just stress and trouble we went through. And I asked God if this trip was going to be like those trips were back in the day. And I felt like he said no. We would have 3 breakdowns, but I shouldn't worry because nothing would be too serious. Yeah, right. Still a national park. You share it with everyone. Sick, bruh. So we made it over the Sierras basically just at half throttle in 3rd gear, and the bus pulled himself all the way over. It was pretty awesome, and I stopped in Bishop and started thinking maybe something bad was going to happen, or I was going to need to get a throttle cable, and I had to remind myself that I heard the Lord that morning say we'd have 3 problems and they'd all be small. And so I addressed a small problem, which was just buying a return spring, and that fixed the bus, and he made it really good all the way into Death Valley.
You made it in the 3rd gear?
No, another bus!
Oh. Nah, he didn't really care that much.
No, he didn't.
Boom.
Sad. See, look, now we're back in 3rd gear.
Yeah, go
hauling
on.
ass uphill, no problem. That's just a steep hill. We just passed another sign that said sea level. I'm going downhill. We're officially going down below sea level. Yeah. And Lofi is going down below sea level. Did you ever think you'd go below sea level, Loaf? I bet not. I just want to say this is a monumentous moment for me because I haven't driven a bus barefoot in
Oh, it's warm enough.
years and years. I don't know how many years. 5 years at least I haven't driven a bus barefoot, and it feels good.
This might take the cake for the worst campsites I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, the chicken coop in Chile. Well, no, this is better than the chicken coop. Officially, we made it to Death Valley. Wow, that sucked. Okay, Rebecca, we made it to Death Valley.
We made it to Death Valley. Let's go.
Thank you. One of the cool things about this trip is that it's really putting the bus to the test because you have to climb all the way over the Sierras, which is about 8,000 feet. Then, when you get to Death Valley in Badwater Basin, you drop down to 282 feet below sea level. So that's a lot of altitude change, and there's nowhere else in North America that you can go from that high to that far below sea level. So I think it's a really cool first big trip. It really put Loaf to the test, and he definitely passed with flying colors. All the way down here into Badwater Basin and everything, I never had to mess with my carburetors, and he never missed a beat. He never backfired. It was awesome. This is a good time to mention Rebecca, Bobby, and Emily. Rebecca and Bobby are friends from house church. Here comes Bobby now. And Emily, we had never even met before this trip. We never really spent very much time with Becca and Bobby except for house church a couple of days. So I think a lot of what this trip was about was embracing people and embracing new people and new things, because everybody who was here and everything we did, it was all with new people, including the big crowds of people in Death Valley that weekend. You can't always say that you were in a lake in Death Valley, so we made a special point of coming down to Badwater Basin and splashing around for a little bit. And we had to get through a big crowd of people to make our way out to where we did, but it was fun, and I decided not to let the crowd ruin my experience.
Why'd you come here?
To go further than the furthest people.
Nice.
So I thought it was pretty cool how when we walk out of the lake onto the dock, I can hear about 4 or 5 different languages being spoken. And I think it's amazing that our national parks are bringing the nations right to our doorstep. There's probably people in this crowd who their country is closed off to the gospel, and they're here in my backyard enjoying the national park, and I want to be able to share God's love with them instead of being closed off.
Getting started off, pedaling the artist's palette, and ready to just pedal for a long time. It's very steep.
Yeah, so I did basically zero research at all about this bike ride. All I knew was that it was 8 miles one way, and it should be sick.
Finally got a little speed going downhill, literally for the first time.
Oh no! It hit pretty hard. This back screen shattered a little bit. Yeah, just some battle scars.
Guess I should have had the case on it, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what it's for, huh? In case you fall going.
I decided in my heart on this trip I was not going to be a grump about crowds. And it was a crowded weekend because it was a holiday weekend, and February is probably the only time anyone actually wants to be in Death Valley anyways. So pretty much half the world was there. And most of the time I'd probably let this piss me off quite a bit. But that day I just didn't want to do that. And the clouds were looking right, like everything was shaping up for it to be a nice day. But I knew that it was going to be really crowded. So this guy came up to me who was another photographer and offered me this tip about white balance and showed me how to do this cool setting so I can change it quicker. And that's why my footage looks way better all of a sudden. So that was another positive side effect of embracing the other people in the park, was that I talked to him and I learned something super cool that I really wish I knew like 10 years ago. So I'm feeling really pretty great right now. The bus is doing great. I feel like I'm open and hearing God, and everything's just going really good. We're having so much fun with our friends. It's just like seriously a kick-ass trip, and we got to head home the next day. We're gonna leave Death Valley from the Las Vegas side, so it's a lot more remote, and I had only had 2 hiccups with my bus. I was still waiting for the third to see if I heard God right or not.
So my oil light just came on when we were just turning left to head towards home. So I don't know if my sensor's bad or if my engine's bad, and I'm about to find out.
So will it like stop running if it is dead?
Oh, big time, yeah.
It'll just stop. You'll hear the engine seize.
It'll start to knock and stuff too.
So you'll know. So if it just sounds normal, then it could just be the light.
Light went off.
What? Really?
I think
The light went off.
Trust me, you would know. I've had 2 engines seize on me.
Oh, it would be dead.
It'd be dead.
It'd be dead now.
You would
Hey.
No, you have one revolution without oil.
Probably stop for some oil because
I will.
When we looked at it the last time, it was at that bottom line, so it might have just been a little low.
Could have been just too low.
Alright, so let's just go to base.
What did the Lord say? 3 things and they wouldn't be a big deal. That's what I thought the Lord said, that we'd have 3 breakdowns, but they wouldn't be a big deal. So I'll stop and get some more oil, but so far, I think we're good.
I think for me, that was really like the ultimate test right there, because when your oil light comes on, your engine's pretty much done. And in the past, that would have shaken me all the way down to my bones, but I walk with God in a new way now, and I have a new confidence because I'm his son. And I think that God brought the right people along with us for this trip to encourage us and to help keep our hearts in the right place, and just being open to him and being open to hear what other people had to say taught me an amazing lesson on sonship and just following God and believing him. And this trip was perfect. It was the fulfillment of a dream, and I heard from God. So what more could you ask for? You know, we grew with God and with each other. Can't get better than that. Not really.
Yeah, there we go. And then we'll jump in the lake. Go in the lake.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.